And the Rebels will kick it away first. Fair catch called for and made. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Gets it to the back. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
On second down, looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Humphreys. Still running at the 40. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Finds the tight end. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
The Knights are flying down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Discards a man. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all up.
He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, UCF! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
7, Ole Miss, 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback checking off. Scanning the field. It's Tate. The quick out. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on designed plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And here comes the offense on second down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He makes the connection. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw. It's Tate. It's on target and complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. He'll pitch it. Still running at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, UCF 7, Ole Miss 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The running back has it. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10.
At the 10-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the 1st down. The play action fake. Buying some time as he moves left. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, this quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call and they get the INT.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The give to the back. Running with power. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker is Humphries. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Knights are on the move. Running back searching for a hole. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
Number 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Iowa State somehow, some way, found a way there in Ames and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Tate. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops.
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Tate. He's got his man. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Reads it, fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? On 4th down, going to the air. Got his man. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, 1st half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Curry. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Flips it out to the back. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
Looking to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set for the 2nd half kickoff. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One
play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Back to throw, it's Tate. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got it. At the 35, he's got room. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Pulls it in. It's Humphreys. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got enough space. Touchdown Knights. And the pummeling has started.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Missouri is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. The pitch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
He's going to pass. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's small. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. To the 10. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in...
Pulls it in inside the 10. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, UCF 28, Ole Miss 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Tate. Finds his big tight end. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. When a defense is backed up like this, you've got nothing to lose anyway. They're aggressive and create the negative play.
Yeah, they're being aggressive, Reese, and it seems like at this point on the field, they're actually starting to dictate to the offense.
This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now it's 3rd and goal. Got it behind the line. It's Perkins. Touchdown, Ole Miss! A great catch and run for 6. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. The coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? I'm finding some things here late that they did well.
He'll bring it out. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. The give and tick, 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 tick.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They'll run it from the gun. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Movement here from the tight end. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC would be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He moved to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting on this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Corner's going to give them room. Wants to throw on 3rd. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on 1st down. They'll go to the air. Feeling some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Humphries. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, UCF! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Quarterback moving. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab over the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Knights in the hurry up. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Now improvising. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurt.